Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Model Behavior, the WizKids RPG Showcase show. I am so excited to be here talking to you. My name is Jessa Blackthorne, and welcome. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're having a great week. This is, as I said yesterday on What to Do About Gaming, my favorite week of the year. It is the week of both Halloween, which I love Halloween, and it's my birthday week, so I'm super excited. My birthday's on Friday. I am stoked. I'm gonna eat all of the cake. It's gonna be great. But I hope you're having a wonderful week. Today we are continuing our series on WizKids fall releases, and for today's episode we are going to be focusing on Pathfinder fall releases. And I'm really excited to talk about these. There's not nearly as many as there were in last week's show, but the stuff that is coming out is awesome. It looks great. I actually am going to be showing off next week one of the things we talk about today. It's actually coming out today, so I'll talk about that. But in the meantime, I don't have it in hand today to show it to you, but I'm really excited to show it off next week. But before we get started, I need to remind all of you, this is a show about RPG products. I'll only really be able to answer questions about RPG products. This show is not filmed live, so I'm pre-recording this in advance of the show streaming, which means any questions that you do have, I'm going to be in the chat answering them. So if you do have questions, that's, you type them there, that's where you're going to get your answers. I usually hang out in the chat under the WizKids account. Sometimes I hang out under my own account, so it'll be Jessa Blackthorne. So just, if either one of those answers your question, they're both me. Another thing to remember is that as an RPG show, I can only really answer questions about RPG product. If you have questions about our other product lines, board games, HeroClix, Dice Masters, Attack Wing, anything like that, the best place to get information about those things is our social media accounts. We've got Twitter, we've got Instagram, we've got Facebook, WizKids Games on Twitter and Instagram, WizKids on Facebook. Check there, that's where you're going to find the updates, and you can also message those pages with any of your other questions. I guess, that's it for the preamble, but I'm really excited to get started and show you all this amazing fall Pathfinder releases. Let's get going. So we are going to start with our October releases. The October releases are fantastic. We have a lot of stuff coming out this month. Actually, all of the October releases as of today are out, so that's pretty cool. So we are going to start with Bestiary Unleashed. Now, Bestiary Unleashed, of course, is a randomly sorted pre-painted miniatures set. We do a ton of these sets every year, and that is the one for the upcoming kind of month. And Bestiary Unleashed, we actually showed the entire set on the show back in June or July, so if you want to see every single mini from the set, check out earlier episodes of Mini Mayhem. V is, of course, was the host of Mini Mayhem. She's no longer doing that show with us, but she did show off this entire set before she left, and it is great, so check that out. The randomly sorted boosters and the brick. The brick is a combination of 8 boosters, and to buy an entire brick, it is $159.92. If you just want to buy a single booster, it's $19.99. And I recommend getting the brick. There's so many amazing minis in this set. You cannot go wrong with the brick. And then, as well as the Bestiary Unleashed set in general, we also have the premium set that comes with that. So a premium set is usually a specialty figure or a special set of figures that come alongside the boosters, but they're a separate item, so they're not randomized. It's a separate thing. This one is Tree Raiser, which is an amazing dragon who looks so cool. You saw him a minute ago. The green dragon that you saw was the Tree Raiser dragon, and it is just so cool. That is $99.99, and both of these things came out on October 6th, so they're already in stores. So if you have not seen them in stores yet, go looking for them now. You can buy them at your friendly local game store. You can buy them online at shop.wizkids.com, and I totally recommend picking them up. They're both great. The other things that have come out in October, we also have Advanced Iconic Heroes. Advanced Iconic Heroes is super cool. It's an 8-piece set, and it really features some amazing figures. Excuse me one second. I filmed this show in advance. I know it seems like it's live. I like the live feel of it, but the show is filmed in advance. I just want to get the names of the figures because I don't want to get them incorrect with the pronunciations. So you have famous personalities from the Pathfinder 2nd edition, including Jarell, Korakai, Feya, Daji, Quinn, Celtiel, Ija, and Tuku. So if I've gotten any of those names wrong, tell me in the comments. Tell me how to pronounce them so I know to pronounce them right for the future. But those are the 8 figures you'll be getting in Advanced Iconic Heroes. And they all look fantastic. And the price for the set is $49.99, which for 8 fully painted miniatures is really a fantastic price. And that came out on October 13th, so that's also in friendly local game stores and online. And rounding out October is the thing that I'm going to show you next week, and coming out today is Return of the Rune Lords. So Return of the Rune Lords is super cool. When I got these in my hands, I was so excited about it. So this is coming out today. It's a set of 7 miniatures. It's technically 14 miniatures, but it's representing the most iconic villains of Pathfinder's Lost Omen setting, which are the Rune Lords of ancient Tassalon. Tell me if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm sorry if I'm not. And they come with 7 magical rune wells that are each keyed to a deadly sin. I'm super into like the deadly sins as like a kind of, an art way of like creating art, like a basis for, creative work. I'm gonna say create 18 more times today. Music themed around it, literature themed around it, and now Pathfinder villains themed around it. All are fantastic, and these are super cool. So it has, again, pronunciation, Alaznist, Rune Lord of Wrath, Belimarius, Rune Lord of Envy, Karzug, Rune Lord of Greed, Kroon, Rune Lord of Sloth, Sorshin, Rune Lord of Lust, Xandergul, Rune Lord of Pride, and Zutha, Rune Lord of Gluttony. And Rune Lord has stopped sounding like a word now that I've said it that many times in a row. But these figures are super, super, super well done. The pools are also really cool. So they do not come with this, but this is something that I did when I got mine, and I think that you should definitely do this with yours too. Mine, which are currently not at my house, so I can't film with them, which is why we're going to show them off next week. But what you can do is if you take like a little flat LED, you could actually put it under the Rune Lord's pools, and I'll show this off when I show them. And it creates like this really amazing like ambient light because the pools are slightly translucent. It's so cool. So I'll show you that next week. But so the set is 14 pieces total. It is available at your friendly local game store and online today. It comes out today. So that's pretty amazing. And it's $59.99, which is, again, you're getting 14 minis, and it's a great price, and they are gorgeous. But that is October, so lots of exciting stuff having come out this month. We're right at the end of October. It's about to be November, which is crazy because October went by so fast. But luckily, there are lots of minis to give you a great October. Next up, we have November. Now, November, we only have one technical release, but it comes with several figures. So what we're releasing in November next month is Wave 3 of our Pathfinder painted premium figures. So we've released a couple of these before. What they are is they take popular sculpts from our unpainted line Pathfinder Battles Deep Cuts, and we turn them into pre-painted figures. And so Wave 3 has 6 different figures that you can buy. So they're not all one set. You have to buy them separately. They're $7.99 each. And Wave 3 features the female human bard, a male elf magus, a male gnome druid, a male gnome sorcerer. Oh, I'm sorry, a male dwarf sorcerer, a male gnome druid, and a male dwarf sorcerer, a female halfling cleric, and a female human wizard. And you can see them right next to me now. They look great. I believe that's yeah, they look great. So definitely check these out. They're great for player characters for you to use in your campaigns. So I really highly recommend them if you're looking for something like, if you're kind of like me and, you know, you're not great at painting. I'm okay at painting, but I would not say I'm like skilled. I'm nowhere near the amazingness of like V, who is such an incredible painter. So I like buying my figures pre-painted when I can, and these are really stellar figures that are beautifully painted, so definitely check them out. They're $7.99. I don't have an exact date yet for when they're hitting, but they are coming in November, so that is the Wave 3 of the Pathfinder Battles Premium Painted Figures. And then, in December, we have the next wave of Pathfinder Battles Deep Cuts. Deep Cuts is, of course, our line of unpainted Pathfinder figures. I mentioned that a minute ago. And we have done 16 waves of these, and now we're on wave 16. It's a smaller wave, but it's got some really cool figures in it. It's actually just some really amazing stuff that I'm excited to get. So there's only 3 figures in it: the Zombie Brute, the Skeletal Horse, and the Zombie Hulk. And I think all of them look so cool. So I'm really excited about these. I'm excited to get these to the table as monsters. I haven't started a Pathfinder campaign yet. I'm actually in the process of learning the Pathfinder system so that I can play Pathfinder, and I'm really, really excited about it, and this is definitely going to be something that these figures are going to be monsters that I want to encounter. Or maybe I don't. I mean, I do, in the sense that I would be really cool to play against the figures on the table, but now I'm sitting here going, maybe I don't, because they're probably really difficult to fight, and I would probably kill my character. So let me know. I don't know, so you tell me. Would these things kill my character in the first try? I certainly hope not, but I guess we'll see. We'll find out. I guess I gotta play a ton of Pathfinder to get a character high enough level to play against them. I don't know. But, so 2 of the figures, the Zombie Brute and the Skeletal Horse, are $8.99, and the Zombie Hulk is $14.99. So the Zombie Hulk is a bit bigger, which is why it's at that higher price point, but they are great figures. The sculpts are all really detailed, and like their name implies, they feature deep cuts, which makes for easier painting of details. This is coming in December, and again, I don't have an exact date yet, but they are coming very soon. But we are really excited about them. I am really excited about them. And this was a very short show today, but that was our review of Pathfinder in the fall of 2021, October, November, December releases. Any release date changes will be, of course, announced if that happens. And just please remember that the entire industry is dealing with a global shipping and logistics crisis, and that can affect when release dates move to. So, you know, it's not something we're sitting here controlling. It's something that is affecting everybody who works in the tabletop industry, and honestly, any industry that deals with shipping internationally is experiencing this. So we really appreciate your patience. We really appreciate you continuing to give us your love, because we love you, as I say at the end of every episode of every single stream that I host. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a great week. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you have a great Halloween. I talked a little bit about my favorite Halloween game on Much Ado About Gaming yesterday, so go check that out if you are itching for a fun board game to play on Halloween. It's really great, and I hope that you are really great. Thank you so much. Honestly, thank you for tuning into the show and continuing to tune in. With my birthday coming on Friday, I'm feeling the love, and I'm feeling, you know, really appreciative that you guys continue to hang out with me and talk about all this stuff every week. I really love being a nerd on this show for you guys, and, you know, geeking out about all this stuff, so it's really cool. But with that said, I hope you have a wonderful week. I love you. WizKids loves you. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Thanks again, everyone. Bye.